So we went ahead, today's day 3 with Ginger. We got some weather blowing in and not really cooperating. Our corral is 10 times worse than it was yesterday. But we're going to go ahead and work with her. I don't know if we'll get on her today or not, just for the safety of her and us for slipping in the corral or not. But we got a bridle in her. It's just a snaffle bit with a short shank, no reins, nothing, and you can see that she's working on that bit. I'll do that probably every day for the rest of this week before I ever even try putting pressure on it. I want to get her to where she's comfortable with that being and hanging in her mouth and on her head and stuff. And you can see she's really not. She's trying to figure out where to put her tongue and stuff, and she's really trying to figure things out today. But like I said, I'm not even going to pull anything on that. It's just barely hanging in there nice and loose till she can figure out that where that bit goes in her tongue. So, but she'll get the hang of it. I will saddle her today just to keep her in the motion of having saddles on her now that since we did start putting saddles on her, and maybe do some get on get off drills to where she gets used to us getting on, getting off, getting on, getting off and stuff. But if the weather breaks, we'll ride her, but it's really not looking real good for us today. But when we start getting her used to these clippers and stuff, we'll kind of show you. I don't know how she's going to be. She really don't seem like it'll be too bad, actually. And I'm going to shorten up that lead a little bit so I got a little more control of her. That way, she tries to get away from me, she can only go so far. She is getting better with being tied already. When we first got her, she would have dug a hole to China, but she's doing really good now. But we'll kind of see how things go with these clippers. I'm going to start down here instead of up by her head and work my way up there. So she's handling it pretty good. She didn't at first. We had to kind of get her mind off of things a little bit. She's still watching us, but she is doing hands down better than she was when we started. Doing a lot better. So she should be all cleaned up, and we'll come back when we got her done and we'll saddle her. So thanks for watching. So still went for the weather break. We got a little more aggressive with her. You can see we got her mane all cleaned up. She looks like a completely different animal. But we've gotten a little bit more aggressive with her with the saddle blanket. Just throwing it up there on her. And when we first started it, she'd scatter. And so we asked her for just a little bit. So we went from throwing it up there to just patting her with it. And then when she stood there, then we got her where we could just throw it up there. And she handled it really well. Even on this other side, when she wanted to get away from it, I was just bumping her, you know, kind of patting her down with it, letting it hit her on the way up. And when she stood there, we just let her go. She's handling it really good. So we'll keep working with that, getting a little more aggressive. You know, and even if you don't ride your animal every day, once you start an animal like this, it's really good even 20 minutes a day, brushing them out, saddling them, putting a bridle in their mouth. Any little bit helps just to keep them going. Like I said, riding's not out of the equation today. A lot of it depends on what happens with the weather and stuff and how she acts, but we're just going to kind of keep working with some of this slow work with some faster movements around to make her a safer animal for when we send her back to her owners. So stay tuned. We'll kind of let you see how things progress, and if we don't end up riding, we'll do a conclusion for the day and let you know what our plan is for tomorrow. Thanks. So we saddled her. She's wore that bit all day long. Well, not all day. For the 45 minutes or so we've been down here. Cleaned her mane up a little bit. Me and Karina took turns getting on and off of her here at the trailer, and just worked her real slow, sitting on her, making quick movements around her to kind of get her used to what's yet to come as she's going to be matured into a riding mule, to a saddle mule. Getting her to where she's comfortable with us getting on and off. I really want her to be able to not take a step when we go to get off of her and stuff, and she hasn't quite got there yet, but the point to this exercise, keep yourself safe. You know, don't let her get you pinched into that trailer. And again, I like doing this in round corrals and stuff a lot better. But you can see she's she's still pretty relaxed. You know, my feet are almost out of the stirrups to where if I need to get away from her in a quick hurry, I can. But I'm just going to do a nice slow dismount on her. If she stands there, I'm going to be pretty happy with it. If she takes a step, I'm going to try going right back into the saddle and keep doing it until I get her to stand there for me. And then I'll let her know when she did it right. So, but she's still pretty watchy right now. She's, you know, she's really uncomfortable with things that are happening still. And so we'll probably keep riding her a little bit. Maybe tomorrow will be a little bit better weather. We can get her out in the corral again and keep riding her. But we'll keep doing this slow work. We're going to keep making some loud noises, quick movements around her to get her to where she's more comfortable with us. Probably going to get some flags after her, you know, to where she can kind of get used to that movement. But we'll see how she does with me getting off of her right here. Hopefully she'll stand there. If not, I'll get right back into her. Yeah, you're all right, sweetheart. That wasn't too bad, but it wasn't perfect either. So I'm just going to put some pressure back in the saddle. Oh, ready? Easy. That's what we're looking for. So that's all we're going to do with her today because it's going to start raining. So tune in tomorrow. We'll get her back out in the corral and do some riding. Thanks.